Hey everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Mana Theory. My name is Brian.
And I am Joey. Today we're going to talk about some of the Final Fantasy cards that we think are interesting that could go in cEDH. So let's see what we got to start with. The first card that caught my interest that I want to look at is Gojo Mysterious Mime. Mainly because it's red, I play a lot of Magda, so this card fits in there well because it copies creatures. So it's 3 colorless, 1 red pip. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have Gogo become a copy of any target creature you control until the end of turn, except its name is Gogo. So that kind of circumvents the legend rule to where it can become anything, which for Magda's good because I get to copy Magda, double treasures, works out nice. If you do, Gogo is that creature, and each get 2/2/0 gain haste. I'm not as worried about that.
If there was one red commander especially that didn't need help, I think it would be Magda.
I think this is, I like it for Magda.
I understand that.
Because what's better than 1 Magda? 2 Magdas.
I understand.
So I don't know. I think this is, I think it's going to be an underrated card from the set. It's only like a couple bucks right now. It's showing $8 on here, but that's, compared to some of the crazy cards, it's cheap. So
Yeah, fairly cheap.
I know it doesn't play in your sets because you are on Yuriko and Dimir and everything else, but I for a lot of the cards I play, I think it'll be good. So I think it gives that extra little bump mid game. So
it's a personal thing for me because I don't like the mechanic of copying stuff.
see, this is a good
Is that
mechanic
weird?
of copying stuff. Copying stuff that and then doesn't kill it is the big thing.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I play a lot of, just copying stuff. So
That's fair.
I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think it's an underrated card. I haven't heard a ton of people talking about it compared to some of the other ones. So it's
So Go Mysterious Mime. That's the first one. Like I said, I don't see the appeal. He knows more than I do.
I think it will fit in my decks well. I don't know. Brian's it won't. Mine, yeah, I'll probably put it in any of my cEDH because I always have red. So, okay.
Next one. All right. So the next one that I'm going to also let Joey talk about that I don't get the appeal of is Terra.
Okay.
Magical
Terra.
Adept.
Yeah.
The 5-color commander. Okay, listen. I understand.
You read through it. You read what it does.
Okay. When Terra enters, mill 5 cards. Okay.
Yep.
Simple enough. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand.
Yep.
Trance. Pay 4 colorless, a red and a green pip, and tap Terra. Exile Terra, and then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control.
See, I don't care about that
Activate
part.
only as a sorcery. See, that's the thing. Okay.
There's a lot of these cEDH cards, in my opinion, that you don't have to even care about half of it. It has that one part's good enough, and what else it does. The big thing for me is the backside. It is a 5-color commander because of what's on the back. It's cheap to get out. Then it's got 5 colors, so you can put anything in that deck.
Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, this was something that was brought up. Yeah, so there are the 5 colors on the back of the card. As long as the 5 colors are represented anywhere on the card, they are able to be played as a commander with those 5 colors. So the backside on the last, what are these called? The Saga. This is new Saga creatures. The very last 4th Saga on the card is add 2 white, 2 blue, 2 black, 2 red, 2 green.
So just having the pips on there lets you play it with any colors. And like we talked about outside the show, where it changes sagas overall. What was your card that you had? I think it's Urza Saga. Where it won't, like a Blood Moon comes out, it doesn't automatically destroy it and sacrifice it because of how the new rules are. So this set's been interesting for how they're changing sagas, and so I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think I'll ever use the backside unless I'm in a weird position, but
so let's talk about that. You'll never use the backside. So what's so good about it being just a 5-color?
Okay.
It's a 5-color commander. No, hold on, no.
Yeah.
5-color commander.
Okay.
There are other 5-color commanders. What makes the ability to mill 5 cards and put 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand better than the other 5 color commanders that you have an option, or even the dual commanders where you have your 4 colors.
Well, like what other 5 color would you want?
Kenrith.
Kenrith is good, but it doesn't, like, you have to just get infinite regular mana to do anything with it. Plus, you have to have the pip for each one. So I like Kenrith. I'd like to build it at some point, but it's a different play style. This is a food chain deck. So food chain, you can sack it, bring it back. You get infinite mana to cast it, so you can mill your whole library. That's what I'm trying. And you get in any of the enchantments you mill, you get to put in your hand. So Underworld Breach.
I see.
Yeah, Underworld Breach.
I see it.
You bring everything back. So that's why I like it, and it fits into an Underworld Breach type of deck, because even like if you just draw Underworld Breach, well, you've already filled your deck or filled your graveyard with 5 cards right off the bat. If you don't get any hits, at least you have 5 cards. So
Okay.
that's why I like it. I think it's cool. I'm gonna try it. We have a cEDH tournament tonight. I'm gonna try it out, see what it does. But
Yeah, you built this deck, right?
yeah, I built it for tonight, so we're gonna see. But I'm excited to play it and see how it does, especially in our local, tournament. So, what's one of yours?
One of mine. Okay, so one of mine is Lightning Army of One. I built this deck. It is not optimized whatsoever, and I built it for more of a casual play, since that's what a lot of the people I play with, they're not at the cEDH level. So I wanted to build a casual deck that was better than a pre-con, but still was able to hang in those pots. So Lightning Army of One is a Boros colored commander. I did that right?
You did that
That
right,
is Boros.
yeah.
See, I'm still learning this kind of stuff.
Yeah, Brian's new, so he's only been playing for since when?
I gave it about a year.
Yeah, it has been. So
About a year.
that's like some of these commanders, some of these different mechanics. We're learning and figuring out new things, so it's cool. But I like this one personally. I think it's a good card. I think it will be a fun deck to play for sure. But
All right, well, let me explain to you what happened here. First, let me explain the card. Lightning Army of One. It costs 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 white. It's a fairly cheap commander. That's an appeal in itself. It's a 3/2 human soldier. It has first strike, trample, and lifelink. Its ability is whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. So what I like about it, and what the draw was for me, was it adds a lot of room for politics at the table. Swing through somebody, make it available to get a combat damage off, and convince the other table that it's probably a smart idea to go ahead and swing at them. Again, I don't think this would ever be at the level of cEDH. I don't think it would be extremely competitive. But
see, there's a spot for it. I think it's one of those off to the side commanders that people won't think about that could be like sneaky good. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be cEDH. Like it's not gonna be winning any tournaments, but you popped in with this. I think it would be fun to play.
I think there's some commanders that just the cEDH meta isn't built around being able to take care of. Maybe it's a situation like that. With the meta the way it is, I mean, I've had hit or miss results with just mono red Osier, the burn deck. A lot of those decks aren't built around playing that. So, but going to the local tournaments, cEDH tournaments, once they've seen it once, they know what it's about, and it's easy to shut down.
I mean, that's tricky with anything, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's the case with this one. Like I said, I built it. I played it last night. I did not have a lot of success with it.
Yeah, we hadn't talked about that. What
No,
did it do?
No, we didn't talk about that. So it probably would have been good. I had it set up really good. I had a situation set up that was real nice. But one of the other decks I was playing against was a Rakdos vampire deck that just kept destroying creatures.
Yeah, making people sack stuff. Or
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Making people sack stuff is what it was. So anytime I'd get it out, it just got sacked. the setup that I had that was really good, was about to be good, is I had what's the white crystal that came out in this set? It was like there's like the red crystal.
It's like that 6-drop or whatever. It's like 4 colorless, 2 white. I think.
Yeah.
It's well, they got one for each color, but wind crystal.
Wind crystal.
Yeah.
Makes more sense. Wind crystal. So that is not it. No, yeah, that is it. Sorry. White spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So I had this out on the field with Lightning having life link. Every time she would hit, you get 6 life, essentially.
Okay.
But
double life link, and it's kind of like a what's the other? Oh, Pearl Medallion. It's Pearl Medallion built onto it because it reduces everything by 1. So that's
right.
Okay. I see the appeal there. But.
Yeah. Well, what was nice is I had a 26 ping rev counter chainsaw because of the vampire deck. The turn that I was about to pop off with it, attached to her and swing through, it ended up getting wiped. Chainsaw. Never even got to attach it. 26
What,
rev
they
counter.
destroy the artifact?
A card was played that destroyed all permanents with a mana value of 2 or less.
Yep.
Right before
Which
my turn.
is?
I couldn't tell you.
Calling Ritual.
Calling Ritual.
Yes. See, okay. I look at this card and I see it's fun casual. It could be good. I don't know commander-wise if it would be good in cEDH, but like as an extra
99.
piece, it's cheap enough where I think you could put it out there and like if you do get to swing through with it and get someone hit, like it could be a politics piece.
Absolutely.
Because
that's why I played it.
Think like Orcish Bowmasters. If you have Orcish Bowmasters, or someone else does, if you say, hey, I'll hit them, if you got 1 Orcish Bowmaster's ping, it could kill. There's a lot of 2 toughness things that need to be killed, but if you only have 1 Orcish Bowmaster trigger, that's only 1 damage, so it's kind of wasted. Well, it doubles on all their permanents and themselves, so it'll damage any of that or double any of that damage. So I don't know. I could see it working. I mean, Vivi, if you're trying to take someone out of the game,
Vivi.
I mean, if someone else playing Vivi and you want someone else, I mean, it could get someone's life total down for, that's playing black that needs the life total to, run ad nauseum or any of those. It's,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could see its spot, but yeah, it's like lower level and like probably not going to be any optimized decks, but sneaky good.
I want to bring up the fact that you said a 1 ping Orcish Bowmaster doesn't really do much.
Oh,
wait until you play Yuriko.
Right. Well, yeah, Yuriko. Yuriko's fragile. It's fragile like Magda. Magda's a 1-drop, so I got to deal with it too. That's why I hate Orcish Bowmaster when I'm against it. It's great whenever you're not, though.
To be fair, my Orcish Bowmaster is in my Yuriko as well. I've had to tutor 4 Orcish Bowmaster to take care of an Orcish Bowmaster.
It's good. It's that's why it's there for. I mean, if you can take out theirs and then win on on top of it because you're pinging everyone else's stuff, that's what a lot of people do. They'll win Windfall, or they'll try and Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And then slap that down. You slap yours down after it. Boom.
That's true.
So.
True.
All right. Let's see what else we got.
I want to talk about Sphere Grid.
You want to talk about? Okay, let's go.
I don't want to talk about Sphere Grid. I want you to tell me why Sphere Grid's popping off.
I want you to. Okay, you read it. And then I'll tell you.
I'm going to try to explain.
Yeah.
Sphere Grid is a 1 colorless, 1 green enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Yep. With the secondary ability of creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have reach and trample.
I mean, I think this is a casual card.
You think it's casual?
I don't think it's going to fit in any cEDH decks.
It's only been going up in price.
Oh, it's a good card, but I think it's good because a lot of the casual decks like counters like that. I mean, there's. Whenever creature deals combat damage, like there's not a ton of combat damage creatures in cEDH. I mean, it's not creature heavy in general. I mean, it's got getting there, but I mean, like what was the deck I was just playing? The 2 and a red. It's not Winota. It's the other red commander. It's the 5-color commander. I'll think of it here in a minute. But that is all combat damage, so it would be good for something like that. Put a 1/1 counter on that creature. It hits harder, but It's more of a casual.
Anything that creates a bunch of tokens, I guess. If you're able to get at 26 tokens and swing through, I mean, that's going to increase the damage.
I mean, the reach is good because you can block things like Omnix. Nagila. Nagila is the one I was playing.
Nagila,
So yeah, it's all based around you're making a bunch of tokens, you're swinging with them because eventually the combo for Nagila is once you have enough tokens, you can use them to create mana because of the different cards in the set. So,
Okay.
But I can see it being all right for that. I don't think it's a cEDH card, but
Sure.
I like it. So
I put it on the list because people were talking about it.
Yeah, it's good
And
for the set. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
I didn't understand why, but
You don't play much green though.
I don't play anything green. I don't know that I've ever played a deck that had green in it.
Green's that's where I started. Green's
Right,
big
yeah.
stompy. You roll over people. But
Green's normally where everybody starts.
all right, what do we
Except
got?
for me. Okay, I want you to
Okay,
pronounce this.
What did we decide?
what do you mean? What did we decide?
Quistis
What?
Trepe? I know it's. I mean,
I
I know
don't
there's
think Quistis was it.
Quai. I think it was Quai. Where?
Kistis.
Kistis or Kistis?
I
would
prefer
say,
Kistis.
Okay, well we'll say that. I'm
Keister's
sure
awfully
someone
close
will
to-
correct us, but I have not played. I don't even know which one she's from. Technically, was it Final Fantasy VIII? I guess. So I haven't played Final Fantasy VIII, but here's the card. So 2 colorless and a blue. Legendary human wizard. Whenever she enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast this spell. If the spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. So
Good.
it's, in my opinion, it's really good for cEDH because it doesn't have flash. That's the big thing.
Does not.
If you have a flash enabler or something, it could be better. But I
Valley
mean,
Flood Call or something.
you follow up. My idea is you're following up someone's tutor, and you're bringing it out. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's good for much other than that, but I think it has a place in some decks where you're down on tutors. You top deck this. Well, you get to steal someone else's. So if you're not in, say you're running, something that doesn't have access to demonic tutor or one of those, someone else plays it, you can go get anything. I mean, that was my theory in it.
It's a good card.
I think it's a good card. It's cheap
It's
right
a good
now.
card. Yeah, it's stupid cheap.
So,
It's a good card.
would you play that in one
No.
of your decks? You wouldn't play that?
No.
I mean, I know probably not.
It's too expensive
It's too expensive
for
your Euro.
cEDH. Yeah.
I don't think for cEDH. I mean, I think 3 is pretty average. I mean, I know 2 is the
Okay, so
average.
you have to pay the 3, right? You have to
Yeah.
pay the 3. Then you still have to pay for the card that you
Yeah.
play that you stole. So
So
you
I-
get a tutor. So then you go tutor for the card that you want. And then you still have to pay for that card.
That's true.
So I mean,
see-
it's good. Like I said, it's good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, in my mind, it's just getting someone else's. That if you get to the point where you have to cast this, you're kind of maybe desperate anyways.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Okay, it would be better if, like you said, it had a flash where you could stop the person from using that card and then use it yourself.
So,
But they're still getting to use it.
yeah. I mean, okay, here's the other thing. So think about like this. So certain decks, say some Izzet decks that are like you got Harmonic Prodigy, and some of them are things that will let you, double wizard triggers.
Yeah.
So this is an ETB trigger, so you could get 2. If you get 2 tutors, a lot of times 2 tutors is enough to win a game if you have the mana.
If you have a man.
So, I mean, that's if you're in the spot, I think that's where it will probably shine, is if you have a double trigger or if you can loop it somehow. I
Okay,
mean,
so are you saying have this as your commander, or are you saying run it in a 99?
no, in the 99 for sure.
Never
No,
as a
it would
commander.
never be, because mono blue, I don't like mono blue to begin with.
I couldn't
think
imagine.
Urza is about the only mono blue that I can think of that is really,
Even
I mean,
competitive?
even then, I've seen people play it, and I don't care for how it plays. It's just, I don't know. You try and get infinite blue and then do things, and it's fine, but I think it's easily stopped.
Any mono, I feel that way about any monocolored commander, period. I mean, a rule of thumb, that's what I was told, this changed the whole way I played. It took me from being very bad to just bad. Is if the commander has 2 or 1 colors in its color identity, it's needed to win the game. Essentially. Obviously, there's
Yeah.
exceptions to that rule, but for the most part, if the commander that a person is playing
That's true.
has 2 or 1 colors in their identity, if they're a monocolor, if you just
really,
blow it up, you ruin their plan.
there's
Keep
no
it off the
reason
board.
Not to, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Yuriko almost. Like,
Yuriko's a great
I don't know,
example.
I'm just
Yuriko's
saying.
a great example.
Magda is the
Magda.
same way. It's a lot of people. I mean, they'll just blow up Magda on the spot because they don't want to deal with it, which is fine. That's part of the deal.
You know what really bugs me? I'm going to go on a tangent because thinking about this got me thinking about Kennen, who I hate. I hate Kennen.
Kennen is one of the strongest commanders right now.
Kennen is the same way. You blow up Kennen,
Yeah.
you blow up essentially their main win con.
Eh.
But what Kennen players will do, and don't let them fool you, they will look at you like you're stupid if you blow up their Kennen when they bring it out. Like, oh, I don't know why you would do that. It's not going to do anything this turn.
Mind games.
Doesn't matter if it does it this turn. Guess what happens next turn? Like, and that's not even just Kennen players. That's most players. Like,
Yeah.
I can't stand when a player, you make a move, it's a good move, but they like look at you or talk to you like you're stupid for doing that play.
Mind
They're
games,
mad,
man. Mind
is what they are.
games.
They're mad, and they don't want to show it, so they want to make you feel stupid.
Yeah. That's, you know,
Hate
I
it.
try and keep it all inside, just let it out later, you know? It's one
Yeah.
of those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get, there's people that get really frustrated at these tournaments that we go to, and then, like, I mean, I know. There's some people that let it roll off, and others that try and trick you and make you think you're the bad one, so it is what
It
it is.
doesn't make sense. Like, it's my card. I'm playing it and to destroy your stuff. I'm playing my cards how I want to play my cards. If it's dumb, it's dumb. If it's not, just accept it. Don't look at them like they're stupid. Don't talk to them like they're stupid. I just can't stand that. The side eye they give,
With
like
that
the whole
being
face.
said-
There's that face like,
Because you don't care
Okay.
if someone kills yours. That's the thing.
that's the saying they do. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere.
Oh, I hate it.
I think, okay. Since you said that, Kennen is still. I mean, I've thought about making a Kennen deck just because it is so good. It's hard to play around. You can win on top of people's stuff because of how you win.
I understand that.
You know, I mean, it's easy. Yeah, if you get, Basalt out, Basalt Monolith wins you the game.
Assault Mile.
Close. I mean, you have to have Thrasios out, or you have to have a way to make the red or the green and blue mana. But pretty much, infinite colorless, you're gonna get there. I mean, you're gonna go through your deck. You're gonna get your creatures out. It's just too easy.
But then there's things. So the most played decks in the meta right now, Timna Thras,
Yeah.
right?
Which I like. I like that better than Timna Crom.
I like it better than Timna Crown too. But Timna Thras runs Kennen in the 99. And it's one that they look for. They go try to get Kennen.
Yeah.
And then like way up there in the top 5 still is just Kennen.
Yeah.
Run as the commander. So Kennen, you're seeing Kennen, whether it's played as the commander or not. It's going to be in the 99 if it's not the commander.
Oh, 100%.
I can't stand it.
I mean, if you think about any of the top, I mean, I was looking this morning. I mean, Timna Thras
Yeah.
is big. Thras Rog is
right?
is really starting to pick up pace. It's not as good, I don't think, because you don't have access to as good a tutors, but
Yeah.
you can still win with just that. You can draw your whole deck. You get Kennen out. I mean, you have all the creature tutors. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I like Kennen. It's good, but
Kennen's
it
good.
it is frustrating to play against because you get to the point where it's like you can't do anything against it.
Right.
So, okay. Enough of that tangent. Let's see what else we got here. What was the other one? Oh, let's do Kefka.
Kefka, that's your boy.
Okay.
That's your boy.
I'm going to probably build this one next after I get done messing with Terra because I just don't really have quite everything I needed. So, Kefka Court Mage. It's 2 colorless, blue, black, red. So, Grixis colors. It's a human wizard. When Kefka enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then you draw a card for each card type among cards discarded this way. That alone is good by itself. You pay 8. If you get to that point where you pay 8, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice, then you transform. So this, I don't know how relevant this part is in cEDH. I mean, if you get to that point, I think it's good, but turns into a 5/7 flyer. Whenever an opponent loses life during your turn, you draw that many cards. It's
really good.
It is really good. I don't know how easy it would be to get there. I think the front side is what I mean. It's awesome artwork. I love the artwork on this one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He has a 10 pack.
Well, I don't know.
Nope, he has a 10 pack. I'm not counting the little loops. I'm actually counting the rippled abs.
He's got some stuff going on. I don't know what he's doing.
Sorry.
So anyway, the front side though alone could win you the game. But I've watched a couple videos on people playing it. The things that I've seen are they try and play around because you can talk to each other. So you're not going to reveal your whole hand, but whenever he enters and it triggers, each player is going to have to discard something. So everyone's going to talk and try and not give you extra card draw. If they can all discard a land or something, they're going to do that, and then you are the last one. Your only real advantage is they're not going to try and go off on the other room and talk about it, so you can have at least 2 card draws. But more than likely, a lot of the time, people don't want to have to get rid of an instant or don't want to have to get rid of certain things, but they're also not going to have a bunch of lands in their hand.
Correct.
So that's where I think the main advantage comes from. I think 9 times out of 10, you're going to get 3 cards off this because you have the one decision, your card, and then more than likely they're not going to be able to get everyone on the same page. So that's 2 different cards plus yours. So
okay,
I think that's where it shines. It is expensive. That is the big
very expensive
drawback.
And let me ask you. So what would you would run this? You would run the blinking kitten.
Displacer?
Displacer kitten?
Yeah.
Is this a blink effect that you'd want to do?
Yeah, I think Displacer kitten would be good in this because you're getting that extra. Yeah, I think the main thing that I think is going to be good, like Go-Go, how we talked about earlier. You get Go-Go out, which I heard someone make this comment, where if you get Go-Go out, whenever Kefka is flipped, it goes crazy because Go-Go gives you +2/+0 to him and whatever it's copying. So that automatically makes them 7/7s.
Yeah.
2 7/7s that each trigger independently. So if you hit someone,
It'd be 14 card draws.
times 2.
14 times 2?
Because each one triggers both of them. So yeah, whenever any damage is done, so each one triggers separately, so you get 28 cards off that. So that's like a big, you win at that point. If you get 28 cards and can't win, you got problems. So, there's
Your deck's got problems.
Yeah, by that point, you wouldn't even be playing, you're probably 10, 15 cards into your deck, so half your deck's gone. So I think that's cool. I think that's the harder way to win with it, but
sure.
Just the general card advantage setup, I think, is good. Because if you can get anything early out, like Rhystic Study or Mystic Remora, you're going to have some cards you can throw away without caring too much.
True.
Plus, Grixis has most of the best cards.
It's got fun lines.
But I think that will be a very strong one. I don't know how many tournaments it's going to go win, but I think it'll be seeing top cuts a lot. I think it will. With how it works, I think it will.
Okay.
Just because it is a card,
It's not scary though.
As far as what?
I don't know. I just wouldn't be scared of it.
I think the big thing is making sure it gets on board. If it gets on the board, there's enough effects. I think you set up. This is a mid-range one you got to set up.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not that turbo, Magda or Yuriko.
Those are the ones I'm scared of.
Which the thing is, the turbo decks, in my opinion, are so easy to shut down because if you know what their goal is by getting it out early, you stop that and you're good. But if you don't have anything to shut it down,
people, Yuriko, the thing is, it's like she comes out turn 2. There's not a lot you can do to shut down turn 2 Yuriko coming out.
There's not a whole lot you can shut down Yuriko to begin with. But, the thing about Yuriko is...
it's kind of irrelevant.
You're shutting down their board more than anything. So I get that. It's a massive card draw engine too. You're getting card draw off that, where this is way more mid-range. You set up, so like it's a wizard again. There's plenty of doublers and things.
There's a lot for wizards.
So if you're doubling that trigger every time, okay, they're discarding a card. You're going to get to where they don't have any. That's fine, because you won't get as much card draw, but they don't have any. So you get everyone down to 1, 2 cards in their hand.
Yeah.
That's the big thing I think for this is that you do have some card draw. You're taking away their cards that they have. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's an interesting card. I think it'll surprise you. Like tonight, if we go, I bet you someone has it.
You think someone's gonna have Kefka?
I will build it at some point and bring it because I think it'll be fun. But
well, let me ask you this about the tournament we're gonna go to. How many VVs do you think are gonna be there?
VV, I think is going to be saturated. I think you will really be able to take advantage of that.
I think so.
Because, the people are going to die off early. And so, getting everyone's life total low, I think it's going to screw up a lot of people's game plans, honestly.
Yeah.
If you get 2 VVs at a table and someone has, I mean, just the, fetch lands and stuff that you're losing life right off the bat. So everyone, by turn 3, they're down 4 to 5 life, typically. I mean, Ancient Tomb, you're pinging yourself.
Yeah.
So any of those, it gets you closer. It is a manual burn type of deck. So I've never seen anyone just instantly win with it, but it gets there. So.
Does VV, can he assign pings to monsters and players?
No.
It
So
does
how VV, here, I'll pull it up so we can, because I didn't want to bring it up because VV, I think is
talked about.
It's very talked about, but I think, it's going to be relevant because it's going to be played a lot. Yeah. So I think everyone by this point knows what VV does, but it's a mana engine. You do it for 0, and you add X mana of any combination, red or blue, where X is VV's power. First part, whenever you cast a creature spell, a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on VV and ping everyone. So it's pinging just the opponents.
Got it. Okay. Good.
So,
that's good. Actually,
It's
that
very
doesn't hurt me at all, hardly.
And
you said that kind of helps my Yuriko play.
It does, but if they get rolling, it's kind of over type of deal anyways. It depends. Like I said, it's manual burn, so it takes a minute unless you get the lines.
Yeah.
That, Curiosity, you basically, if Curiosity resolves on VV, game's pretty much over. I mean, it's not for sure if they can whiff or whatever, but Curiosity attached to VV, each ping gets you 3 cards. If you can't, plus the mana, it just depends on how your cards are, but it's pretty close to over if it resolves. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
I will. VV's another one I'm going to build. I just was kind of letting it die down a little bit. I think I don't want to be the first, the guy that shows up when there's 10 VVs. It's so yeah. I don't know. I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be up there. I just hope it doesn't get banned because I want to play it before it gets banned. So
the Nadu.
It has those Nadu vibes because of how easy it goes off, but I don't think it's Nadu level. Nadu was super freaking annoying. I played Nadu once, I hated it, and I hated when everyone else played against it because you're sitting there, and they're just playing basically the whole time. BB, there's still a lot of interaction. There's things that happen. So, okay, I think we had one more, didn't we? This is one I just kind of threw in here that I thought was interesting. Triple Triad. I don't know that this will be good in most things, but I think
it's just not a good card. But we're gonna talk about it.
I've seen some people talk about it, throwing it out there. It's a super high mana cost. It's 3 colorless, 3 red pips, so that alone, it's not going to be in a lot of decks. It's probably a casual card, but I think it's a fun card to talk about. So at the beginning of your upkeep, first off, is an enchantment, so it sticks. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles the top card of their library until end of turn. You may play the card you own, exile this way, and each other card exiled this way with lesser mana value than it without paying its mana cost. So
you flip your card, and all those other 3 cards, if they're less than your card, you get to play them.
Yes, that's what's tricky about it.
That's fun.
I think it'll be really fun for casual. I don't think it's going to be CDH.
No, it won't be.
But,
it's fun.
Yeah, someone might sneak it in there. Yeah, it's a fun card because my thought process was like something like Atali, where you already got a ton of mana out there.
Sure.
And if you do flip this, because Atali flips the card, so if you hit this, it pops out. If it does get around to your next one, a lot of the other cards in here are big cards. So it's just, I don't know. I don't think it will be in any cEDH decks, but it's fun. So absolutely. I just want to throw that honorable mention in. So.
See, the thing when I was building my Lightning of One deck, I put some fun cards in there just because it was casual, like Prisoner's Dilemma. It's a fun one.
Prisoner's Dilemma. I don't know which one that is yet.
Murder Karlov.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a 3 colorless, 2 red, sorcery. Each opponent secretly chooses silence or snitch. Then the choices are revealed. If each opponent chooses silence, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 4 damage to each of them. If each opponent chooses snitch, it deals 8 damage to each of them. Otherwise, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 12 damage to each opponent who chose silence.
And then it has a flashback cost of 5.
That's
colorless, 2 red.
That's hilarious.
It's fun. That's what I said. It's in Lightning because it's just a fun casual card.
Well, because yeah, lightning will double the damage, so someone will get screwed over.
Somebody's
I mean,
gonna get smacked.
If someone doesn't agree and they have, I mean, so the person's probably never going to choose silence if they've been hit by it, because if they choose silence and the others don't agree, then they get hit for 24.
Yep.
So that's fun. Yeah, that's
Fun.
it's cheap.
I like cards like that.
It would be fun in like a just any type of burn deck, really.
Yeah.
Like Osier would be fun. It's not really effective in
It's,
Osier.
it's irrelevant in Osier.
I guess what's the other one? Sulfin.
Sulfin would go off. Yeah, Sulfin's
Yeah.
fine. Osier's fine.
Huh. Or anything with Firing Emancipation or City on Fire, like triple the damage.
Twin
Kill-
Flame Tyrant.
What?
Twin Flame Tyrant?
Twin Flame? That's
Right?
not a thing.
That's not a card.
Yeah, no, that's the that's the one. What is that set?
The Dragon. It's not Target. Foundations.
Oh yeah, Foundations. Yeah, you pulled that one. I didn't pull that one.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts to wrap up? Anything else you think about?
Nothing I can think about.
All right. Well, that's that was our set review for this. We just want to kind of go over some of the interesting ones we found. Some might be in casual, some might be in cEDH. I think there's so many cards in this set that are going to be fun to see what happens with them. But yeah, I think it's a cool set. I know it's it's got a lot of different things that people might not have liked, things that people did like, but
True.
yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
All right. Well, that's our first episode of Mana Theory. So until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Take care.